Alright there. Heading into our first map of this best of 3 series. In the bottom right corner of Prion Terraces, playing as the Red Zerg, it is Nerchio. And in the top left position, playing as the Blue Terran, it is Apocalypse. Alright then. So Nerchio going for a very quick expand to the gold. Hatchery first, no surprise here. As we see a Reaper expand, it seems like, from Apocalypse. We're gonna see how Apocalypse wants to deal with this. Well, boost the gold minerals gift, especially the Zerg players, very early on. Nerchio not playing too greedy, going into the spawning pool after hatchery. He did went for a gas first before the pool, but not really too uncommon. He didn't go for a third hatchery so far, and well, he still can from now on, but it isn't too greedy. He knows there's most likely a Reaper to come over, and he has to have his defenses set up for the Reaper. Apocalypse himself, though, now going into well, standard Reaper expansion there, but acknowledging the gold bases this time and going for a quick expand himself. As I really haven't seen that many European players or plays at all recently, I'm quite curious to see actually how they are playing this one out and where Nerchio wants to take this one. Scouting with 6 links even. He tries to intercept the Reaper actually, and maybe he's gonna get lucky, though I doubt Apocalypse is paying attention there and simply runs away with the Reaper. But I mean, this is very nice. He intercepts the Reaper on its way now, and let's have a little look at the vision of Apocalypse. He doesn't see anything. He doesn't know that there is no third base yet, or just now being placed down. He doesn't know how many drones are at this base, exaggerating this one. He should fix this a little bit. He has a few too many on these 3 patches and not enough on these 3 patches, but well, quite bothersome that they don't fix themselves over here, because the mineral patches are too far off from each other. Let's see though. Nerchio doesn't really have any scouting information himself. He knows that there's this bunker coming down, but that's all about it, or was coming down there. And he can assume that there is the CC behind this, but he doesn't know about these cloaked banshees coming up. And maybe this can take him by surprise. Most likely he's gonna commit to a spore somewhere in his base. I mean, for Liberator defense you want a spore here or there, if you are not going for Ravages. But let's see though if Apocalypse can blindside Nerchio here a little bit with the cloaked banshee there. Tries to comes up now. Very nice. Knocks actually the queens away with the Reaper. I like this utility move there. And now going for some drones, roasting quite a few of them actually. Very nice shots there onto the drones. Dealing, not yet done. Oh my god. Gets another couple of drones, and wow, this was very worthwhile. It gets 12 drones there for, well, I mean, he did sacrifice all of his map presence there, but 12 drones, I would take the trade any day at this stage of the game. 40 SVs now to 35 drones. And this Benji has been scouted now. There is no cloak yet, but it's gonna finish just this second, and no spore, so he can easily target down all the drones he wants. Spores coming up though in every base, but I mean, so far so good. He's didn't really get this one. Has to be careful though now. Did he commit to a second bench? Yes, he did actually, and we have this going up to the third base. This one still dealing damage over here at the gold. Denying this 3 patches is already huge. So far, Apocalypse looks to be off for a very good start actually. Isn't really getting that much with this Banshee over here, but well, I guess the Banshee res is okay-ish. He forces some lost mining time, gets a drone here and there, and he doesn't really lose the Banshees. That's what I like the most. I mean, there is still no lair if he just finishes just now, and if he wants to commit to Spire, oh my god, this is so far away. So long away. These benches can sit there all day actually. And he can always come back with them when he got enough energy to cloak and just maybe get a drone or two from the edges. He forces Nerchio to be vigilant of them all the time. And we don't really see a Spire commitment, so Nerchio is going into a ranged unit, tech range unit composition for his ground forces. Roaches so far, let's see if he wants to add Ravagers and go into fungal combinations later on. And also if he commits just to this +1 attack, or if he goes even deeper down this road. I've seen this quite a lot to simply open up with Roach Ravager, +1, get +1 for, or 1/1 for the Roach Ravager, and then go into Ling Bane Ultralisk in the later stage of the game, as you already have Infestor Stem, which combine very good with Ultralisks obviously as well. Oh boy, this is quite the fleet of Banshees actually. That many Banshees can take down a Spore oh so easily. He scans actually to see if there are any air defenses. He is going for the hatchery though, not going for the Spore. And he has to be careful of this bias, but oh, very nice. Now he can actually go for what he wants. He can kill Queen so fast. Oh boy, 4 Banshees. I've never seen this in the recent time. He still can get the hatchery over there, but so far he's committing to the army, so he wants his follow-up push to do more and more damage. Be careful now, not losing this Banshee with 5 HP. An Infestor comes over, but gets taken down so quickly. Now again dodging the bites very nicely, is staying on top of this Banshee force, and now his bioharassment comes over there, but maybe a little bit too early. There are enough roaches to push this back easily, but yeah, as 2 more queens come over, the other 2 Banshees have to evacuate as well if he doesn't want to lose them. And well, I mean, he could have gunned down this hatchery if he wouldn't have went for so many of the units. But I kind of didn't like him targeting all the army there, but I mean, it's his choice, so he's playing. Maybe he had some plan there. It was nice getting the Infestor. 150 gas. I mean, all the Ravagers are quite costly on gas as well, so it wasn't a bad trade at all. A very nice pressure, but I feel he could have done a little bit more if he went for the hatchery there. With the 4 Banshees, he could have targeted down so easily and so quick. He isn't really committing to any more Banshees though now. He did repair his 2 Banshees over here. And he's going for a Doom Drop now. As well as some smaller force to try and end this base. The drop actually was scouted. He has to be careful now. Gets, oh, very huge fungal there. Nice bile follow-up. Just 1 bile though, but it was enough to stifle this force, and this push is repelled as well. Very nice Widowmine shot actually, damaging so many of these roaches, but Yeah, Apocalypse has to commit a little bit more on the Marauder side actually. Acknowledging this now, going for 4 Tech Lab barracks actually. But yeah, he needs more Marauder heavy force. And Nerchio is going into the 2-2 for his ranged units. So all Banshees... Is there a Banshee left? No, all Banshees have been cleared now. A very nice engagement there actually from Nerchio. Gets a huge chunk of this army, and Apocalypse has to be careful though. He is falling back to his tanks, but still his army looks kind of puny compared to what Nerchio is coming there. And he's just shoving in with brute force, trying to end his opponent's life. Very nice buy there on the ramp. But still, with the SCV support, he kind of can push this back for now. But he has to be careful. This CC just landed and it's gonna be lifted, forced to be lifted again. With these Ravagers biling it down there. Apocalypse barely holding the attack there, but now look at him, he hasn't really the supply to keep up trading with Nerchio. Nerchio is looking so good, even killing his own Ravager. Don't really know what it was for, but killing their own kind. Now we have some ghosts coming up. He snipes almost all of the infestors. The only one surviving hasn't really any energy, but the CC was sniped with biles. I mean, you have to acknowledge the strength of Ravagers if there are so many of them. And this small bioforce isn't really gonna cut it. He has so many ghosts now though. Already 7 ghosts just standing idle over here. But he can't really find any damage. Nerchio meanwhile expanded again, going into his 5th base. And Apocalypse has to lift his natural actually, which is with, except for the gases is already mined out. And he has he needs the extra income from this gold. Smaller response over here, but he can't really find to do the damage he like to at this base over here. Gets a queen there, for what reason ever was idling over here. But Nerchio has such a huge army over here. Oh my god, look at this. And he's gonna shove in his way again over here. Now we have more and more Marauders, and we have a lot of ghosts waiting there, but with the ghosts you need to get the snipes off before the engagement, or you have to get the EMPs before the engagement. You can't really wait until the fight is already happening, and the huge, very huge bile and fungal combination is demolishing all of Apocalypse forces. And there isn't really enough to push this back once again. He fights with the SCVs, but they don't really do enough. GG. And Nerchio just overruns Apocalypse with brute force there. Picking up the first map of this series.